It's our Nativity. It's our original drawing that we've done. We made these pillows for years and we decided it was time for you to make one. So our Nativity kits come with everything you need to make this. And so we're gonna just go on and get started. I wanna show you, this is your kit. It comes with all the fabric pieces, comes with a little picture that you can look at. It comes with a piece of easy steam that you're going to use for your applique, and it also comes with the instructions and all your stencil pieces that you're going to cut out. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to take the sheets that came with your kit that have all your stencil pieces, and you're going to cut all of these out. It'll take a minute to do this, so you can pause the video if you need to. Right here, and then cut out all your pieces and then come back to the video. So you can see here we've already pre-cut a lot of our pieces out and they are ready to go. I'll show you, I'll just cut out one. I've got the crown here that I haven't completely cut out, but you're just gonna cut, when you cut your pieces, you're just gonna cut them on the black line. Very simple, just like preschool cutting here. Some people might want to, if you're gonna make several of these or you think you're gonna wanna reuse your pattern, you can always take your pieces that you have and trace them onto like cardstock so that they're more substantial. This is just on paper and it works fine if you're just gonna use it a few times. So after you've cut out all of your stencil pieces, then you are going to take all of your fabric pieces that come in your kit, and I'm not going to open this up, but this has everything you need in it. You're going to take all your fabric pieces, so this is, for example, is the camel, and you're going to iron a piece of Easy Steam on the back. Now the Easy Steam comes with a plain side and it comes with a grid side. So when you are backing your fabrics, you're gonna peel off the plain side. So I'm gonna do one for you just so that we can see how to use the Easy Steam. I'm gonna do Wise Man 1, which is the cinnamon color fabric. That's another thing I wanna show you real quick. On your instructions, it came with a guide, a color chart. So you can see that like the star is the gold felt. So you'll find your piece of gold felt and that's gonna be your star. It's really easy to kind of go through and you'll know which stencil piece to trace on which piece of fabric. So we're gonna trace Wise Man 1. So what you're gonna do is, sometimes it's hard to work with these big pieces of fabric. A big piece of Easy Steam. So what I do usually is just kind of lay out your fabric on your Easy Steam and then cut a piece that's about that size. And it's easier than trying to work off of this roll. So I'm gonna still cut this down a little bit where it's about the size of my piece of fabric. And save all your little pieces because you'll end up using them on this project. Okay, so what I do when I back a piece of fabric is you take the plain paper side, not the grid, and you peel it off. And you want to make sure your sticky stuff sticks to the grid side. So you peel that off and then you just place it on your piece of fabric, okay? Then you iron it. And you want to make sure it really sticks. You can use steam, you don't have to use steam. Just iron it really well so that it's really adhered to your fabric. Okay, so that's how you attach your Easy Steam to all your pieces. So you are going to go through every piece of fabric that's in your kit and you're going to add Easy Steam to the back. And these are ones that I haven't cut out yet, so I was going to go through that with you. I hope that's clear. It's really simple to use. And we've already pre-cut a lot of our pieces, but I'm gonna start right here with, I think I'll start with the camel. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, after you've backed all your fabric, you're gonna take your stencil pieces and you're gonna lay them face down. So the part that has the words on it, you're gonna lay it face down. Okay, we are gonna trace our first piece. So you can use a pen or a pencil, and I'm gonna trace the camel. I've already put it face down. I'm gonna go around the edge. This is easy. Just hold your stencil down as you trace and go around your shape. All right, so now you cut it out. Very easy. You can use any kind of scissors. Sometimes on the bigger pieces, it's better to use bigger scissors. It's easier. And on the smaller pieces, use smaller scissors. So you're gonna do this with every piece in your kit, all your stencil pieces. You're gonna trace this way. You're gonna trace them face down, and you're gonna cut them out. So I'll do a few pieces with you just so that you get the process. Okay, so the camel is done. Now we're gonna do the camel blanket the same way. You trace it, put it face down, trace it, and then cut it out. So now you've got the camel blanket done, and see it just fits right on top of the camel. And since this piece is going on top of this piece, I'm gonna go on and just peel off the back and stick it on so that when I'm moving things around, this piece won't get separated. So you just gently pull away the grid paper and you'll have the sticky on here, and then you'll just stick it in place. And we'll wait because you might wanna reposition things. So, okay, camel is done. I'm gonna do the wise man one, and it's this cinnamon color. So I'm gonna put it face down. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna trace it and then cut it out. It's okay when you're doing these if they aren't exact. This is kind of free form. You can tweak it any way you want. If you decided you wanted a little different shape for your bodies, you can. There's a lot of things you can change about this. Okay. Now we're going to add the accents to Wise Man 1. I just want to show you kind of how to do that. It can be totally free form, but on our picture, you can see on the picture and on the pillow, I just added a couple of stripes on the bottom. So I feel like the easiest way to do it is just to freehand a stripe and just add it on there. And another easy way to do it is you can actually stick it on, and I'll show you this. Pull the grid paper off, stick it on, and then it's easy to just trim the excess off this way than trying to measure and get it exactly right. Sometimes it's easier just to stick it on and then trim the excess off. So I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. I'll show you. You can cut it like bigger than you need. So peel the grid paper off. Maybe. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get off. Okay, stick it down and then flip it over and cut the excess off. Okay, so now I've got the decorations done for the Wise Man. There is so much you can add on here. I mean, you could add little, like a gift, you could do a little box in the center. You could fill this up with however you want to do it. We just tried to keep our design this year a little more modern and simple, but you can really be creative and do whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're gonna do a face real quick with this brown felt the same way. And the faces actually aren't numbered, wise man 1, 2, or 3. They're really almost basically the same shape. So if you wanted to use the same stencil for all your faces, you can. But it really doesn't matter which face you use on which wise man. So there we go for that. And keep all of these pieces, because you could use this for decorations on your camel. You could use it for decorations on a different wise man. So we always keep all of our scraps. Okay, and we're going to do the orange crown for this guy. So place it face down, trace it, and then we're going to cut it out. Once you get going on this, it really goes a lot faster once you've done a few pieces. Okay, so there we go. We finished one wise man. Okay, now we're ready for placement. So you'll take your piece of fabric, and it's a 20 by 20, which is perfect for making a pillow, or you can do stretch it on a canvas, do a piece of art, whatever you want to do with your design. But take out your piece of fabric, iron it out if it got wrinkled in your kit, and then now it's time to start placing. And I've already put the crush down and the star, but I wanted to show you real quick, an easy, quick way to kind of find the center is just to fold your piece in half and then gently just press it with your hand. You don't want to make a big crease. And then I can kind of see the center line right here. So that kind of just gives you a guide of where to center it. I always, when I'm making a pillow, for instance, I always go a little higher than I do dead center, because when your pillow is sitting down, things kind of fold under, on the bottom. So anyway, I've put the crush down, I've put the star down. I'll show you kind of how to position the trees so that they look not side by side. So I'm gonna put the blue one down, and I try to leave, if you can leave 1 inch to 1.5 inches on the sides, if you're gonna make this into a pillow, that way your design doesn't go into your pillow seam. So once again, I'm pulling off the grid paper, making sure the sticky sticks to the fabric, and then I'm sticking it down, okay? And this will just kind of show you the angle of the trees, just to give it a little more interest. And then the camel will go right on top of the trees. And I did the camel. Now we're gonna place the camel, and the camel's just gonna go over the trees. Okay, so we've kind of got that one side done, and we'll go back and add a little detail on the camel. Then we're gonna do the manger, and it's just gonna go in the center, of course. And your little head. And you can put, when I'm doing the little head, I like to put the edge of it just up under the black and white like that. So that way when you stitch over this, when you sew it, it's gonna hold that piece down. Okay, now we're gonna go to wise man 1. Peel off your paper, and you're gonna stick it down. And this stuff is so easy, the easy steam. If you don't really push it down and don't iron it down, you can pick it up and move it if you need to. And this is wise man 2. And I kind of staggered them a little bit so that they weren't just side by side, and they fit better on the side too. And I kind of overlap them a little bit. And you can cut out any kind of shapes, like I said before, to decorate your wise men however you want to. We just cut out some geometric shapes. And then we've got little wise man 3 over here. And again, I'm trying to keep them kind of close together so that I have the space on either side for my seams, because I know this will be a pillow. And you can pick up, if you see something doesn't look right, you can pick up and change the angles And here we're going to finish Wiseman one real quick. We're going to finish his face and his crown. Okay, so there you go. And this, like I said, you can see how easy it is to pick up or reposition it however you want. Now, before you sew, you're going to want to stitch it, and you need to iron it all down first. So always take a pressing cloth. Because we have felt and we have some textured fabric that's probably not meant to be ironed, you need to put a pressing cloth on top. So I usually lay like one layer of cotton fabric over it, and then I very gently press with my iron. It doesn't take a lot to have this adhere to the background fabric. So don't lay your iron on it. Don't press it really hard. Just gently, and it will hold it down. And then what we did on ours was we straight stitched around the edge of all these. You can zigzag if you want to. You can go around it multiple times to add some interest to it. All right. I wanted to come back to our sample. Now that you've got yours ready to sew, I wanted to kind of show you how we stitched ours. As you can see on the star, we did a couple of different layers in here just to give it a little more interest. It's fun to sew on felt because you can really see the stitching. We also lengthened our stitch a little bit to 3.0 or 3.2 so that the stitching shows up and it flows better. And then on the trees, we added some lines here. You could go back and forth and do like little branches. You could really do anything you wanted to on it. You can see down here on the camel blanket, we cut out some little circles from our scrap pieces that were left over from our Wiseman. You could really add a piece of trim down here. Really, all right, glad you joined us for this fun video. For this kit that has everything you need to make this, or for any of our other projects, look on our kits page, and happy sewing.